on many stations on the Get Global Network. Today's show topic, in case you have just joined us, is sexual harassment and discrimination in public and the workplace. Is it supposedly just playful banter gone too far, or something far more serious that really needs to be addressed and stamped out? Welcome back to K Rose.
Hello.
Hello. Now, before the break, yes, guys, I hope you were enjoying some of the tracks we were playing. Notably, Beanie Man, Oh Dog. Yes, I know people are laughing as well because I mean, if you look at some of the stories that you hear about certain things that have happened in harassment style cases, especially in the workplace, as we've been discussing, I ain't being funny, but you would look at some of these men because you were asking me, isn't it? Do you think it's more prevalent amongst older men? Listen, a dog is a dog, as far as I'm concerned. So I'm just like, whatever. But I mean, I was really amazed when I saw this link, Carol's link 3, and I thought, my goodness, because this is, as we know, one of the most powerful women in the world today, and she has had her own experience of sexism and discrimination. And she said, Michelle Obama, she revealed how she shook off sexist haters. And I thought, wow. She said she decided not to listen to the voices of those who doubted or dismissed me. Now, you know, this woman is a very strong woman. She's been through a lot, and I'm sure she's had a lot of people tell her, no, you can't do this, and no, you can't do that. And she's probably had to look and dig deep at times, because that is you know, how many discriminatory things are they alluding to? You're a woman, so you can't do that. You're a black woman, so you can't do that. And you just think, oh, please. You know, they always got to put your gender, your ethnicity, and sometimes your sexuality in it, to say you ain't up to scratch and you shouldn't be doing whatever it is you're doing because we don't like it. Well, tough. If you're good at it and you enjoy what you do, why let somebody else, you know, talk you out of a job or a career that you love? Why?
Well, but they really aren't doing it, in my opinion. They're just doing it maliciously. They're doing it because it's a power thing. They're not trying to, I'm going to stop K. Rose from doing this. They're doing it just because they can a lot of times. And they're doing it to get jobs for people they know a lot of times.
So she says she ain't. She said no. Because she was doing this. She was talking about her own experiences with sexism during a speech. People, we are posting at Ask Avani Show and on the Facebook group page, so you can enjoy these. Because I'm not being funny. I just thought, you know what? I'm glad that she spoke out. And she's saying that when she had teachers who would call on the boys instead of the girls, even though the girls had better grades, and she said that people would ask her brother about his career ambitions while only asking her what kind of man she wanted to marry. So she's only supposed to be the sum of the man she marries. I mean, hold on. You know, and she just said as she was getting older, and obviously becoming a young woman, she'd be walking down the street and men would be staring at her and whistling at her and objectifying her as a female, and it's just like as an object to be commented on instead of a full human being with thoughts and feelings of her own. So she's saying that maybe the thoughts and hopes that she had for herself were in conflict with the messages that, as you know, because as a young person, who are you getting things from? The people around you, your environment. And if people are making you feel uncomfortable or that you shouldn't have these aspirations, it could, if you allow it, make you sort of doubt yourself and your ability to do the things that you know you can do. Don't you think?
Yeah, and for me, really, I have a hierarchy for the stronger people on Earth. Okay, and so the top of the hierarchy is basically black women, because it's the double whammy. You know, you're a woman and you are considered to be less of a person as far as they used to count us here in America. You know, you were 1/5 a person, I guess, as an American black person. But so if you're a woman and you're black, you basically are getting it from everyone that you're a woman. So you're getting harassment from black men a lot of times and being treated a certain way about black men. There's sexual harassment to me in videos and how they treat people and in how they even talk about relationships and the words they use. There's the B word. I never use that in my use that in my vocabulary, but that's harassment to me. to call someone that or to describe them that way.
Well, especially if, women out there, I know you're going to be able to identify with this, what I'm about to say, especially like if a man, as I said earlier, if it's in the workplace and you try and brush them off, then they try and make you suffer by trying to get you sacked or whatever, if it gets to that point. But if it's out on the street and they're trying to come at you from a personal perspective, like they fancy you, as we say over here, and they want to get with you and they're trying to approach you, but it's all that psst and yow and all that, which you just think, go away, because hello, do I look like a cat? That used to annoy me so much. You get to the point where you just ignore them and see what in the beginning they're shouting at you and it's like, hi and come and talk to me and all this, and then when you're ignoring them, what do you get? As you just said, the B word. You're a B word and you're this because you don't want to talk to me, and I bet you only date certain guys and blah blah blah. See, they start to turn nasty within seconds just because they've realized that you ain't interested in them and you're not going to give them the time of day.
Well, and you're being really nice as to how they refer to women and the things that they say, because I am uncomfortable with the way that they refer to people. And if I have it basically, especially if it's someone I know personally, if they basically make a derogatory comment to a woman, or if they make a racist comment to somebody, I'm going to speak up, and I may do it directly to them. And not call them out in front of their quote boys, or in front of the whole group. But I'm going to say, hey, there are some people that feel uncomfortable with that. I'm uncomfortable with it. You need to respect women better than you do, I feel. And I'm just telling you, man to man, hey, think about that. Would you want me to say that to your daughter or your mother or your sister?
But they don't look at it like that, do they?
Oh, but they got to hear it, though. And even if they don't look at it, which they don't because they wouldn't be doing it, but then when you drop that little bitty tiny grain of salt knowledge to them, you hope they actually say, in most cases they do. And the main thing they will do is they'll find that if they keep doing it or try to keep doing it around me, I'm not going to be around them, and they know that.
There you go. That's going to pull them right out of the group, isn't it? If everyone starts to disown them because of their behavior.
Yeah.
They're going to think, okay, I might have to check that because people don't want to deal with me because of the way that I've been acting, kind of thing. But I don't know. I mean, click forward, Kemos. And this is a study, people. No, we just say. I mean, okay, this just says that most women in the UK, but I'm sure that most women around the world have been finding that they are sexually harassed at some point or another. I mean, let me count the ways. I mean, cool, we could be here all day. So it is something that I think a lot of us, especially as women, we just kind of have sometimes just put up with for the sake of a quiet life. But some people, man, especially some of these men, when they're on it hard and they just won't leave you alone, some of them you're going to have to just put them in their place. Because this behaviour, especially when you're encroaching on my life, and it gets to the point, especially when you notice, especially, I must say this, I'm speaking to the women, Keros, right now. If you find that you're getting up to go to your job, whatever you do, and you have this sense of dread, and it's not the sense of dread of, I've got to go work. It's not just that. It's, I've got to go work and I've got to see so-and-so because of their behaviour. That's when you know. You see, if it comes from a subconscious dread feeling and then it becomes conscious all the time, whereas, God, I've got to go in there and spend half my life with this person or around these people. That's no way to live. And you're going to have to do something about that. And if it means that you've got to make a complaint about that person, then okay, maybe even if, God forbid, worst case scenario, you have to leave, then maybe that's what you've got to do. Because some people are just not worth going into work every day and putting up with that, especially when they start escalating their behaviour and they want to try touching you and all that. Because I'll punch you in your face. Don't touch me.
Well,
and yourself. I will. They don't know me. I don't play like that. Sorry.
But you're saying things that are true, but what I also mention is, again, I always talk about Avani world, okay? And Avani's world, you have the strength to be able to protect yourself and the strength to be able to talk up for yourself.
I don't play like that.
But there's a large group of people, male and female.
Yeah.
Because men suffer from sexual harassment. They suffer from basically racist activities at work. And, even men, when we're pulled over by the police, we have to actually act in a way that may not be natural to us.
Mm-hmm.
And so
keep alive.
Just to try to stay alive. We don't know if it's going to work all the time. But just to give ourselves an opportunity to stay alive. But women, especially in the workplace, everything you just described just makes me nauseous.
And I was trying to do it in a very, this is the Ask Avani Show.
No. I mean, it makes me nauseous thinking that men are that freaking ignorant, prehistoric, and I'm close to the other F word, the way that I'm doing today, but because I have sisters and I have nieces, okay, I don't have any daughters, and I can say that with a complete, absolute understanding. I have no daughters, okay? No, but don't pop up and say you're mine. Nope, not happening. But the harassment and the feeling that you have to go through, you included, and then I can understand that you want to just turn around and slap somebody, but then you lose your job.
Yeah, thank you. But you know what? 9 times out of 10, you were probably going to lose it anyway. Because if you don't keep quiet, which you shouldn't have to, because I'm not being funny, no matter what I do, remember, we've been discriminated against already, especially as a black woman. Not just a woman, but a black woman on top of that. Oh, come on. You're being discriminated against already. So if you have to start going to your manager or whoever and saying so-and-so and so, okay, Rose, I have done this. And it caused me a lot of problems. And in the end, under the guise of being made redundant, but they probably want to get rid of me anyway.
Yep,
do. So, so it's like, no matter what you do, but you have to stand up for yourself, because I wasn't putting up with his foolishness. And he was trying to rope in them other little weaklings to do their foolishness too. And I just thought, listen, right, I'm not able with you, because I'm not interested in you. I'm just here to do the job and go about my business. I just have to say this again. Okay, and I said to you guys the other day, please, don't struggle with them. These types of people, whoever it is, whether it's some mean girl, the heifers, as you guys say, we call them a straight up cow. But yes, if you got anybody like that around you, that's one thing. But then when you got to deal with the sexual harassment on top of it, because some bloke just doesn't know when to just go about his business and sit in the corner. No, I'm not putting up with you. Listen, I'm here to get my paper. Okay, you don't interest me. You're not even on my Richter scale, people. So if you come into the job and you make friends, that's great. But if you don't want to be friends with certain people because of their behaviors and their nasty personality, then what are they going to do? Leave me alone. I am not interested in you. That's it. But if they don't want to take that, because obviously they don't like the fact that you're ignoring them.
Well, do you think that sexual harassment is born in, like, schools and grade schools when they're growing up? Because when you're forming your thought process as to what your life is going to be, males especially, you're around people in school, you got your friends at home, they're your friends from school, and you're standing in the hallway and a girl is walking down the hallway and you catcall and say this and say that. The school is responsible for making sure that you as a young lady, you as a female student, feel comfortable in the school.
Rose, you know I'm already ahead of you. Link 9. Okay, now, as you just said, what is the world coming to where girls they're going to be made to feel that they need to cover up, even from a young age, as you're just saying, in school, for example, to escape harassment? This is link 9. Harassment. Girls wear shorts under school skirts. This is what's going to have to happen. Because if you start getting these young, especially if you go to a mixed school, a lot of schools, my primary school was a mixed school, and my secondary school, I think you guys call it high school, was all-girls school. But you still have the boys hanging around outside. Hello. So you're going to get it whether you want it or not, that you are going to get the attention. Okay, but it's going to get to the point where girls are going to start to feel like, okay, we have to wear shorts if there's certain people we're trying to avoid with their attentions, unwanted, unwarranted attentions. That's not nice, is it? People, we are sharing, because it's Share Saturday, as I like to call it. So, yes, at Ask Avani Show and on the Ask Avani Show Facebook group page, we are sharing, aren't we, K-Rose?
And one thing that you said really bothers me. It's the fact that, man, and I'm opening cans of worms left and right over here. But,
go get it!
But it's the fact that the responsibility for the ignorance of a man is being placed on the young lady, the woman, to dress a different way, to somehow stop my stupidity, because then I won't be tempted to say something since you have on a skirt. Oh, you have shorts on under it. Oh, well, I'm not going to say what I would have said if you didn't have. That's just insane to me.
Yeah, but their imagination don't, hold no bars. Just because she's got that on, you think that's gonna stop them? They'll probably be like, okay, I need to find a way if I can still mess with her even more because she's trying to keep me away. Some people, they always want what they can't have. Hello.
Well, hey,
okay.
Yeah.
Link 10. Okay, here we go now, people. This is the one you need to. Yes. If you just said what you just said to me, Keros, hit it and quit it. Responses to black girls' victimization in schools. Now, when I saw this, I was like, no, we are sharing that on the show today because I just could not believe it. I just thought that is so disgusting. Okay, I'm paraphrasing.